probably can't see it, but there's some ice forming on the banks of Lake Michigan. We are heading on a trip that was gonna be a van trip. We were gonna try 2 animals in a van, which was gonna be interesting, and do some driveway camping. You know how that goes. All right, I tried to adjust that camera a little bit. Well, like I said, we were gonna do some driveway camping, but we're going to Wisconsin, and supposed to get 3 to 5 inches of snow today. So we decided it's probably not the best thing to take a trip in a van, so we're in the car. And Vinny, you might live in a bathroom for a couple days. Yeah. But like the last video, his tests all seemed to go pretty well, so he's doing well. We're gonna do some rambling in a bit. We're just gonna try to think of some topics. As I've said in the past, which never really gets happened back. Give me ramble topics, I'll talk about anything. So we're gonna try to figure out something to talk about to make this drive a little interesting, and maybe share some pretty parts of the UP and Wisconsin with you. So until then, that's it. We'll be back in 1 second. 3, 2, GoPro stop. Alright, YouTubers, I don't know if you can see that or what I'll be able to do, but it's icing up maybe 20 yards out. It's slushy, obviously.
It's the process.
That's how it starts.
Yep.
Okay, so ramble topics, I got one. And I'm gonna need your help on this one. Please leave a comment. I'm in the process. I remember I didn't bring my van up here, but there is a van up here that is available. I'm in the process of trying to convince that we should do winter camping. There's only a couple places, because you'd need power, you know, because it's friggin' upper Michigan, it's cold. So please leave your comments down here whether you think we should go do a winter camping experience. The more comments, the better.
You think that's gonna sway me?
That will sway you. You do it for the people.
If the weather was like this, and I knew we were gonna have a few good days where my van wasn't gonna get full of salt.
Well, see, my hope was, here's how I had my hope, was after a whole bunch of snow, but then the roads were clear, and go for a couple, 3 days. That's my hope.
Well, the roads would have to be dry. They would have to be like how they are today.
Really?
Well, yeah, otherwise I'm gonna get salt all over my already starting to rust van.
It's not starting to rust.
It's got rust all over.
Nah, little bitty bits.
Okay, we're gonna have a video showing all the rust on my van.
We are?
No.
I didn't think
Nobody
so.
cares.
So, to piggyback a topic, I guess, I'll just start calling you the voice, because somebody in here in the comments just says you're the voice. I don't like putting people on camera, and she doesn't like being on camera, so this is the way it's going to be. She's going to be the voice, maybe a hand every now and then. Maybe some trucker talk that you'll hear.
What?
Yeah, come from a line long and truckers. I am keeping Cousin Eddie, but she's been considering trading in her, what year in this?
2003.
2003 Explorer on a Sprinter chassis. I've showed you it in the past. If you haven't seen it, you go to my channel and just search my videos for Explorer and you'll see it. I don't want to weigh in because it ain't mine, and I ain't got the right to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do. Fully functioning adults are fully functioning adults, capable of making their own decisions. I've considered trading Eddie, but I don't know. You know, I get a lot of comments on how good he looks, but we'll be honest here, it's just between me and you and YouTube, you know, the rest of YouTube. Eddie's in good shape, but there, you know, it's a 99, so not everything is in perfect shape. So I don't know if I'd get the money out of him that I would want to get. And I'd always promised that because of Kiki liking her coffee pot spot, that I couldn't ever upgrade, well, no, or side grade or whatever grade that would be. But now that's not a requirement anymore. Everybody wants more space, but not a lot of space. And, you know, personally, this is on your topic, is to you trading. The idea of going from one B to another B, I don't see the purpose. You know, when I compare my Class B, my leisure travel, to others, I got storage for days. I kick butt on storage compared to almost any other Class B I've seen. Ooh, bigger waves and more ice. You might get to see it up here. So I wouldn't want to, I don't think I'd be happy going from my B to another B. Plus, you know, you got to spend $100,000 to $200,000 on a new one, more on some, and that's just a decision I would not make. I don't see the value in that. So then you start thinking, what do you get? A small Class C, and they're good. You get the advantage of a small Class C, but you don't get the advantage of better gas mileage. Diesel, I would never want a diesel. Yours is a diesel.
It is.
And the first bad part is, in most places, diesel now is $2 a gallon more than gas.
It's a consideration.
Well, hell yeah, it is. Because sure, you get a little better performance. You know, you do better in hills than mine does. And I got a big V8, so it doesn't do terrible, but hers does better. But okay, you get 22 miles a gallon, but you're paying $2 more each gallon than a gas engine. So I don't know where the win-loss in that. B pluses, there's some nice ones out there. But again, you know, when you start looking at changing, upgrading, side grading, or whatever grading you're doing, you know what you have already. You can look over a vehicle really well, but you don't know how long before a problem might jump up.
Right. Well, there's no guarantees with anything,
Sure.
unless you have a new vehicle that's got a warranty on it, you know. But I'm never going to do that unless the price of something comes down really far. And also, you know, there's a lot of off-gassing of stuff in the first couple of years, so...
Yeah, that's a concern.
It is
for you.
It is for. It should be for everybody.
You're
really.
a sensitive flower.
Well, I am, but you know, just because I react to that kind of stuff doesn't mean that other people aren't breathing it in. You know, but anyway,
Right.
that's a personal decision.
Right.
And well, you know, the goal is so we could travel together and not have to have the expense of two separate vehicles.
Sure.
I love my van. And
But I warn her all the time that she's going to get tired of me at some point. Don't make any rash, big decisions. Because I'm kind of a lot.
No, you're not.
Oh, I'm a lot.
Who told you that?
Everybody.
No.
Everybody.
They don't. They're wrong.
I have a long history of being told I'm a lot.
Yeah, they're wrong.
Anyways, I'm editing all that out because that sounded too nice.
No, you shouldn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay.
No, I won't. All right, so we didn't really accomplish anything there.
Well, I mean,
What suggestions would anybody have out there?
well, may I ask a question?
Of course.
Okay. Well, if people have Class Cs, tell us what you like about them or what you don't like about them, because I think that's logically like the next step to make for two people traveling together. Now, the van my van, I bought it from an older couple, and they traveled all over the country, but they didn't have pets.
Right.
So if it was just you and I, and we didn't have a dog and a cat to think about, I think we could very easily travel in the van. We could find a way to make it work.
My first inkling is then get rid of the animals. We flip a coin, see which one's going.
Well, it's gonna be Vinny.
Vinny stays. Vinny's a
Well,
good
see,
boy.
we can't get rid of our baby. These are our babies.
Vinny's easier.
I love Vinny. I don't want to get rid of Vinny. I'm just joking. Don't come at me because I said that. I would never want that.
Here comes you've riled the internet.
Oh, sure.
Here comes the worldwide netweb
Oh
after
boy, the angry people, they're coming with their pitchforks to get
you.
me.
Luckily, most of the people that take their time to watch this are not angry.
Okay, that's good.
I don't get much of that at all. Most
No, you
everybody
don't.
here is nice.
You're very lucky. You have not said enough to get people riled up yet, apparently.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much sometimes from the looks of things.
No, it does not. Are we in Menominee?
Yes, we are.
I like Menominee. All right, so that's probably enough of that.
Well, I'm not done talking yet.
Then keep talking.
So, I'm particularly curious because a friend of mine said, basically he said, you're not going to like driving a Class C. Don't buy one until you've actually taken one out on the road and you see what it feels like. So, I guess I should ask him like why he thinks that, but I'm curious to know what it's like driving it in wind, and because my van, well, I call my van a sailboat because it's tall, and when the wind's bad, it's hard to keep that on the road sometimes. So,
Well, and in fairness, yours is better than mine because you got dualies.
I guess.
Mine's even like when we did the video of going over the bridge. She's driven hers over the bridge and said, "Oh, it's not that much." Eddie, when I take him over the bridge, it's like a wheel pops off. He's all over the place.
Okay.
So, and in the wind, and I've been on that bridge turning into the wind on that bridge. So, but yeah, I personally, I don't know that Class C's are any harder to drive or any that much
I know
of a pain.
They're wider.
They're wider.
They're going to be a bit wider than.
It's just the gas mileage is usually crap. You know?
Yeah, and I get about 20 miles to the gallon, so with my van. But I'm paying, $1.50 to $2 more a gallon for fuel.
Right. So
And so you also have to factor in, like, if I need to have work done on my van, it's a trip 2.5 hours away.
Right.
And it's Mercedes and it's expensive,
Yeah.
But it's pretty dependable. I just would feel that security of maybe being able to have somebody local work on it. I don't know.
Sure. We'll take a break for now. We'll be right back after the red light. GoPro. All right, we're back. Today's video is brought to you by Athletic. No, it's not brought to you by anything. It's brought to you by Vinny. Vinny the Wonder Cat, who, as I said before, he's doing well. I'm glad he went to the vet, but a free cat ain't free. So
maybe at first.
So when I bought my Class B, I was gonna buy a Class C. I was gonna get 24, 25 foot Class C, and then I changed because of the mileage. That's what had me go to Class B's when I didn't know anything. I still don't know that much, but I didn't know anything. I was, get a Class C. But financially, Class C seemed to be the best value, but then you also realize most of them are not built all that well. You can do research into which companies are a little bit better, but the problem is we all want what's economically the best price, and if it's not built that well, you can't really see it when they put the same tacky decorations in all of them. It looks the same. And how bad is that build over the life of a vehicle to make it worth spending 10, 15, 20% more on basically the same thing? I don't know what people's opinions are on that, but if you have any, hey. What else you got?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, Vinny. I'm going to ask Vinny for his input. I want someplace with a big litter box. I do my pooping and scratching and digging.
Deep one. You take that out.
He wants a deep litter box?
Well, wouldn't he?
Oh. I don't know what I feed this. I know exactly what I feed this animal, and I don't know how it makes him smell like that. Yeah, but animals are... Look at that.
Well, I didn't, when I was looking at the possibility of getting a different RV, I was kind of like, some of them don't have the over-the-bed cab, and I think technically those are considered B pluses, even though they're actually a C when you look at the
Sure.
title. But so I was thinking I didn't want one with that, but now if we can travel together, I think it would be a good place for Vinny to be able to get away from.
Yeah, Vinny prison.
Yeah, to get away from the dog and feel like he's maybe safe up there. So now I kind of think, well, maybe it would be nice to have a bed up there where he could have his own spot to go. So I don't know.
We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors. Vincenzo! Alright, it wasn't much of a break. Now you're going over this river. This is a famous river. It's a wonderful river. I don't know the name of the river. I was waiting for a sign.
It's the Menominee River.
It's the Menominee! And when you cross over the Menominee River, you go from the beautiful Upper Peninsula to Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Anybody from Wisconsin, please take no offense, but every state has a state they make fun of, and I've determined that I have to make fun of Wisconsin. And there's just far too many of them in the Yup.
Welcome to Wisconsin.
See? Welcome to Wisconsin. Wisconsin welcomes you, even though all of them go to the UP and clog up the campgrounds there. And I don't understand. You have beautiful campgrounds in your own state.
Wisconsin's a beautiful state.
Wisconsin is wonderful.
Northern Wisconsin is gorgeous.
It is. Up by the Apostles, I've been up there. Check the old videos out. I had a very good time. Wisconsin's wonderful. They should camp there. But seriously, I think the last few times I've gone to Ontonagon, if you watch the channel, you know I tend to go there a lot. I like this building right here. But usually I see more Wisconsin plates in Ontonagon than I do Michigan.
Well, I'm sure Ontonagon doesn't discriminate. They're probably happy to take anybody's money.
It's all green.
Yep.
They'll take your money. Okay. Ooh, gas is $2.70.
Nice. Well, I think I paid $2.72.
Yeah.
I mean, we're getting excited about gas that's $2.72, but
Well,
it's better than $4.
people won't like this, but I'll say it anyways. Like it if you want, don't like it if you don't like it. But funny how the prices changed after a certain date in November, or a certain recent date in November.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Weird, isn't it? And that's all I got about that.
And diesel's only like $1 more here.
Yeah, $3.95.
Yeah. Well, it was $75 over there.
I've seen that one. So.
Right. Yeah. It's only about $1 more. And I mean, I've seen places where it's almost $2 full more for diesel. You know, they're just doing it because they can.
Yeah.
That's a whole new debate.
Yeah.
We probably don't want to go down that road.
You know, I try to make this a bastion away from that kind of stuff, even though I have opinions.
Sure.
Nobody cares. They don't care about my... Go back. It was Indiana. Nobody cares about my opinions on stuff any more than I care about some other people's opinions on stuff. Because we all think we're right. Who wants to argue? I don't. There's enough of that. So that's why I don't get a lot of bad comments, because I'm not here to argue with people. And I don't know that that makes it that I'm candy coating or trying not to be controversial. Go to my other channel, IHateEverythingYouThink.com. Not a real thing. Not a real thing.
Well, some YouTubers are diversifying these days.
Yes, many are.
Because they never know when something's going to happen, so they want to have their backup plan.
Sure.
You could start something.
Not,
start a vegan review channel or something.
Not everybody's got 1 million subscribers and they get 25,000 views in the first 2 hours. I don't know if I get 25,000 views in a month, let alone one video in the first couple hours. But that's why we like it this way. It's like we're sharing a cup of coffee together. A place for coffee. I read it off the sign right there. See how in the moment that was, YouTubers? Culver's, we're gonna put butter on your hamburger.
Chocolate covered strawberry. All right, that doesn't sound bad.
They put butter on their hamburgers.
They do.
And you know what? when I used to eat that stuff, it tastes really good. But I don't know if you need to put butter on a hamburger. So this is speeding up driving through Green Bay or around Green Bay. But again, if anybody has any ideas or advice on Class Cs, what they think of older used Class Cs, nothing more than 10 years old. But we'd be glad to hear. We'd be glad to hear perspectives of other people that have owned them and what they think of them, what brands may or may not be good. Again, this trip is to go see people, not things, so there's probably not going to be much videos of Milwaukee exactly.
What's the technical name for mind blindness?
On the website cnbc.com, they say, here's what it feels like to be blind in my mind. A condition called aphantasia. Aphantasia
That's
was
right.
coined by the neurologist Adam Zeman in 2015.
Yes.
So I got that.
Switch today at visible.com for a
I got
limited
that,
time only.
Vinny.
So don't wait. Port in, new activation, and completion of
But,
3 service
see, I
payments
compensate
required.
by
Up to
being able to
$250
describe,
virtual gift card and up to $100 instant device
Yeah.
discount.
Like
Additional
I can
terms
tell
apply
you,
for data
I can explain the scene, I just don't see it.
Right. Which is very strange.
So like if I close my eyes, I don't see something. If I have dreams, I don't have visual dreams that I remember. Been this way my whole life. I just didn't know it until now. It's a thing.
like
Well-
microsecond.
Even though you can't see it in your head or in your mind, you can describe it.
Yes.
So if you're like, yeah, they had a pointy chin, a sketch artist could draw a pointy chin.
Sure.
And then if you saw it, could you say, yeah, it was a little different than that? If they drew it,
Maybe.
you know what I mean?
Maybe.
Maybe you could see it a little different.
All right, YouTubers, that was Green Bay, Wisconsin. You're welcome. Now we're nearing Milwaukee. Didn't get the real snow that we had thought, so we could have taken the van, but we're in the car. It was a good trip. Hopefully some interesting stuff for you. If you got some comments about the previous thing, that would be appreciated. This is being posted on the 4-month anniversary of the loss of my best friend Kiki. So I hope you have a great and wonderful day. Best cat ever.